Someone's not happy. Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back. We're back with another request video. Yeah, the wattle bird's eating the flowers from the feijoa. Smart guy, very smart. So today the request was on the wax jambu. And keep the requests coming in, guys. Gives me ideas. And I know that many of you are interested because you're growing similar trees to me in a similar climate zone. And you're just starting out, right? And you want to see how your trees will look like in 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 years. Just like I have here. I've got some that are 3, 5, 7 and 10 years old, some of them 15. So unfortunately I don't have much good news to report from the wax jambu, nor from many of the tropicals. There are exceptions like the avocado. So what I mean is the weather has been lousy. We've had a really bad cooler than normal spring. It's borderline a warm winter or a cold spring. You can say it one way or the other way. So yeah, this is one of the 3 wax jambus that I have. It survived fine through winter with the frost cloth. That's why the stakes are here. And look at this. Look what happened. By the way, when I uncovered this 2 months ago, it was spotless. It came out of winter looking spotless, and after I removed the frost cloth in spring, it went from spotless to spotty. Look at the look how cold spring, not winter. This is not winter damage, this is spring damage. So instead of growing in spring, right, it went backwards. It went backwards the way it would in winter if I didn't protect it. So yeah, it's been really nasty this year's spring. So it looks really haggard, like it's had to hang in there because of the, by the way, we're talking the cold being at night. During the day it's been fine, right, around 12. Well, that's not really fine for a maximum, but yeah, we've had maximums of 12 a couple of times, right? So the maximums have been between 12 and 26. So that's fine. That would not cause any damage to the wax jambu. But the nighttime, guys, the nighttime temperatures during spring have been as low as 3 Celsius, between 3 and 15. So it's those 3, 4, 5 Celsius nights that have caused this damage. Unheard of in Sydney or Brisbane to have 3 to 5 Celsius at night during spring, but we did, and we had it not one time, not 2, not 3, but at least 10 mornings of 3 degrees, guys. Yeah, that's why it's haggard. It's haggard. I mean, it's not going to die. It'll still do its thing once that nasty spring is behind us. And by the way, even though it's the last few days of spring in Australia, you're not going to believe what the first 3 days of summer will be like here in Melbourne. They're expecting snow, guys. Yeah, we're going to get snow dropping 3 hours from our house here. The snowfields will be full of snow. Welcome to summer. That'll be our welcome. So it's been really bad. I mean, like I said, it hasn't affected, most trees are unaffected by this crappy spring. As I said, the avocados, Zero effect for the avocados. They don't need 30 degrees. They're not mangoes. As you can see, I don't want to make this a 2-hour long video, but what I'm trying to show you here, guys, is not every tree was affected by the lousy spring we had. So back to the wax jambu, this was definitely affected. So it goes to show you the difference between this tree and that tree. Big difference. This tree here looks like it's in Queensland, right? Look at it. Look at all the new growth. And trillions and gazillions of fruitlets everywhere, all over the whole tree. So this didn't care about those 3 Celsius mornings. This did. So just again, as a reminder, again and again, not all trees are the same. And you might say, yeah, but this is young and that's old. Guys, it's not because it's young. Even if this wax jambu was 10 years old, it would still have this look on it, on the leaves. If you go down at the bottom, where the cold didn't touch as much, look, that's how they should look, right? That's how they should look. Down at the bottom, see how greener they are and less haggard? So it's because of the cold that these ones at the top have turned yellow and burnt. Look. Okay, so that's the first wax jambu out of 3. I've got 2 more in the front. Let's go and have a look at them. And of course, there's no new growth. 0 new growth. 3 months of spring, not a single sign of growth. Unfortunately, guys, there's nothing I can do. I can't do anything about that. It's out of my hands if the weather is lousy. Okay, here's the other one. Look at this one. Wow, what a difference, right? This has got cold damage too out here. See these leaves here? The ones that are sticking their heads up? The ones that are poking up. These ones have got cold damage. I mean, it's minor, it's not serious. And the ones back here that are protected, look at them. Look how healthy they look. That's the green they should all look like that. Not like this. Right? Here the wattle. The wattle's not happy. The wattle's eating all these yummy petals, which I've been eating too. Look how loaded it is. There he is. He's saying buzz off. Buzz off. He's hungry. Yeah, so look, guys, look. Okay, now this one here, because it's up against a warm wall and doesn't get the cold as much as the other one I showed you before that was exposed, fully exposed. Look what the difference of 1 or 2 Celsius makes. Right, this is probably 1 or 2 Celsius warmer here than the other one. Look, first of all, less leaf damage and some new growth. Some. That's all the growth that this tree has had in 3 months. The months of September, October, and November. How's that? Now, why is that? Why is this the only growth that this whole tree has had in 3 months? Huh? And next to it, right next to it, we have a mango that's gone berserk. Berserk. Well, not much new growth, just this little branch here that's poked out, and we've got one up there too. Hang on. Right, there's a branch there, and a couple of other small little shoots that have poked out. Not much. Another one in there. But I don't want to digress now. Right back to the wax jambu. What's going on? There's some more new growth. That's it, guys. We're talking 5 millimeters in 3 months. That's pathetic. That is pathetic. Even with this corner and this warm brick. Yeah. So let's go to the third wax jambu now. And some of you might say, oh, you should have left the frost covers on. Guys, I'm not going to be putting frost covers on and off individual trees. I can't do that. There's too many trees, too much work. I'm not going to go to that extent. Here it is. This is the one. This is the only one that I didn't protect in winter. This was my experimental wax jambu. It survived. It survived the winter with no cover. The other two I showed you were covered. So of course this is going to be haggard. Right, Melbourne winter, which runs 5 months, between May and September, which is almost half a year of cold, and no protection, and it survived. But it looks the same today as it did back in August. No change. No change because we've had 3 months of cold. So we had 5 months of winter and 3 months of spring cold. How the heck is the wax jambu gonna do anything with 8 months of crap? Now, December to March, everything will change. It's gonna be like we what do you call it? Like we've gone to another country, another world. It's gonna get really hot, right? The way it should be. And that's when this will wake up. This will wake up in December. And so will the other 2 wax jambus. We're talking about wax apple. It's got a different names in different places. Yeah, guys, that's the and since I'm showing you this one, I might as well show you its cousin, the rose apple. They're closely related. This one was also protected in winter with a frost cloth, right? And only now in the last week, the final week of spring, has it done anything. Just that. That's it. That's it. That's all it's done. The rose apple. Not wax jambu, but they're very closely related. This one is slightly more cold tolerant than the wax jambu. Slightly. I might even leave this unprotected next year. But as you can see, even though this is more cold hardy, it's also suffered a little setback from the cold. Just a little. It's not as shiny as it could be. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not excellent, because I can see, if you zoom in, the leaves aren't as happy as they should be. Yeah. I mean, it's okay. It's just okay. Nothing to write home about. So that's the story on the wax jambu. I hope you found that helpful, and can take the message here, which is wax jambu is definitely not easy to grow in a cool climate like Melbourne. The only reason this one looks good is because I protected it, guys. It's because of all this protection, all the frost cloth, all that frost cloth. So it looks like I'm gonna have to protect it again next winter. If it just made it, it's like 6 months, winter and spring, half a year, right? Half a year, and it hasn't done anything. All this growth that you see here is from last summer. Summer 2024/25. We got nothing out of this in spring this year. Nothing. Only this. Only that. And I've seen videos from folks in Sydney, right, and Central Coast, and their wax jambus are flowering, maybe even setting fruit by now. That was about a month ago. I saw a video. One guy's wax jambu was flowering back in October. So yeah, we're definitely not in the same climate zone, guys. It's definitely zone 10 there. They say it's not zone 9, but it's not. Sydney and Central Coast are zone 10. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, and thanks for subscribing. Catch you from the next video.